Hello everyone, I hope you all are good, doing well. So today we are going to cover one of the important current affairs with respect to our UPSC examination. The theme of today's discussion is challenges for India ahead of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits to the US. So in this lecture we are going to talk in detail about this meeting and how this meeting, the importance of this meeting in the geopolitical scenario. So if I have to say that India and USA, they are set for a critical diplomatic engagement as our Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets US President Donald Trump on 13th and 14th Feb, that is today and tomorrow. So this visit holds immense significance not just for bilateral relation between India and US but also for India's strategic and economic positioning in rapidly changing global landscape. So given Donald Trump's aggressive policies, be it on trade, immigration, strategic alliance, India is looking to protect its interest while ensuring that this meeting paved the way for a stronger cooperation. We have also covered one of his executive order with respect to the birthright, and we have seen this might create a problem for India also. Indian citizen, especially those living in US. Let's see how we are going to tackle this diplomatically. So here we are going to talk about the urgency behind the Modi's visit, our Prime Minister visit. So this meeting is happening just 3 weeks after Donald Trump's took office. This happens like it is a rarity in the diplomatic history. Usually, what happened that a foreign leader generally waits a month at least before securing a meeting with newly elected president and especially US president. So the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is among the first leader to meet Donald Trump, signals the urgency of India's concern. So before this, Donald Trump has only met the leader of Israel and Japan. So this visit highlights how crucial US-India relations are, especially in a current geopolitical climate. Let's move further and talk about the Donald Trump's and Prime Minister Modi relationship. We always see them as a strong bond. There's a strong bond between our Prime Minister and the US President. So while national policies play a role in shaping international relations, personal rapport between leaders can also be a major factor. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Donald Trump has, like Prime Minister of India, President of US have previously shared strong ties. So with their interactions dating back to the Donald Trump's first term, the Hadi Modi event in 2019 and the Donald Trump 2020 visit to India further strengthened this bond. However, the dynamics could change under Donald Trump's new administration, as he now appears to be taking a more aggressive stance on several issues, including immigration as well as trade. So let's talk about some controversial issue with respect to the decision which Donald Trump has taken. So the controversial immigration issue. So one of the key point of discussion will be the recent deportation of India's immigrant from the US. The harsh treatment of Indian deportees, particularly those seen being shackled and sent back in the military aircraft, that has caused an outrage in India. So the Indian government has stated that it is ready to accept its citizen back, but it strongly objects to the way they are being treated. So with over 7.25 lakh illegal Indian immigrants currently in the US, this issue is sensitive one. So that could even impact diplomatic relation as well. So the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi's government is likely to push for more humane treatment of Indian deportees and demand that repatriation be handled with dignity. So let's talk further about the trade war and the tariff. Sorry. Yeah. So perhaps the biggest challenge India faces in this meeting is growing tension over trade and tariff. So Donald Trump have been vocal about imposing tariff on various countries including Canada, Mexico and China, and has already labeled India as the traffic king. So recently the US imposed around 25% tariff on aluminum as well as steel import, a move that directly impacts Indian manufacturers. So this not only harms India's domestic industry but also raises concern about increased dumping of Chinese steel into India's market. So, in response, India is considering its own countermeasure, such as imposing 20 to 25% tariff on Chinese steel import. Let's move further and talk about US India trade deficit debate. So, if I talk about like if whatever the situation is today, so the president of US, Donald Trump's dissatisfaction with India's trade surplus is another contention issue. So the US India trade volume stand around $200 billion, but India enjoys a trade surplus of 40 to 50 billion dollar. So largely due to exports from its IT sector. So Donald Trump has repeatedly criticized this imbalance and has hinted at imposing further trade restriction. So India, however, has already started reducing tariff on several products, bringing them down from 100 to from 150 to 50 to 70%. So a potential solution lies in negotiating a partial trade agreement that can safeguard India for further tariff hike while keeping trade relations stable. So let's move further and talk about the China factor as strategic concern. So beyond trade and immigration, China's growing influence remain a key topic of discussion. Donald Trump has previously identified China as the biggest strategic threat to US. So in the year 2007, the US officially recognized China a national security threat, aligning its policies to counter Beijing global expansion. So India shares similar concern, especially in the areas like border security, trade practices, technological advances. So we see the Quad alliance, in which we have seen like the party which are like India, US, Japan, as well as Australia. So the Quad alliance was revived as a strategic response to counter China's dominance in the Indo-Pacific region. So Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi's government is likely to push for continued US support in countering China expansion. So let's move further and talk about the defense cooperation. Yeah, a key agenda. So defense cooperation is another major area where India expects positive outcome from this visit. So the US has urging India to purchase more American defense equipment, including drone, fighter jets and missile system. Strengthening defense ties could help India enhance its military capacity while ensuring a steady supply of advanced technology. So the US sees India as a crucial player in maintaining balance in Asia, especially as China continues to increase its military footprint. Let's come to the conclusion and talk about the road ahead. So this visit between Donald Trump and the Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi is not just about diplomatic formalities, it carries a significant implications for India's economic, strategic and geopolitical future. Whether it is a tackling trade dispute, ensuring fair treatment of Indian migrants, countering China's influence or enhancing defense cooperation, this meeting has potential to shape the next phase of US-India relations. So the urgency of this visit reflects the challenges ahead, but also the opportunity that lies in strong bilateral cooperation. As both the nation navigating this complex issue, the world will be watching closely to see how this high-stake diplomatic engagement unfold. So I hope you like this lecture. So do let us know your views about this meeting, and we will discuss about this outcome also once the meeting gets over. So I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Don't forget to hit the like button and do subscribe our channel. Do share with your family and friend to get more informations with respect to current affair. That's all for today. Till then, take care. Thank you.